I just realized. That thing had Slime Rancher on it, and I forgot to change it. Son of a... You know what? Never mind, can't fix it now. Looks like I came that way, just due to the fact that everything's on fire. Usually a good sign. That hurt a little. Ow. You know... Still think those things are annoying.
It's a fight now. Smash those space marines. You Rex, take it.
Should have beat him with his shield. Ooh, this is a, that is a sexy weapon. That is a melt-a-gun. It is a heat shotgun. Come on. I got plenty of axe for you. So I decided we're just gonna talk random 40k lore about what comes up. So number one, since I got it out, this is a power axe. It is not any sharper than a normal axe on its own. But basically there's a force field around it when I swing, which is that blue glow. And it makes it a monomolecular edge, meaning it doesn't cut, it parts atoms from each other. Very big difference, because parting them means, it's a lot easier. While the pistol is a plasma pistol, it shoots basically the heat of the sun at people. Yes, it is a good anti-armor, anti-infantry, or anti-vehicle weapon, because it's a fuck you weapon. If you just want something dead, plasma is your go-to tool. Melt-a-gun, this thing, works as a heat. It just is very short range, and it is pure heat energy. Hot as, if not hotter than a star.
Run, boys!
Ah.
Humans to kill.
That guy got fucked. But yeah, that's basically the entire idea with that. Melt-a-guns are great anti-vehicle weapons. Because, you know, short range... You have to get close, but I don't feel like many people would be comfortable staying in a tank where the front third of it has decided to start to slough off as molten metal. I don't know, just something about that scene sounds uncomfortable to me, personally. If you think it would be comfortable, that's great. Just not for me.
Starfleet recognized. Access authorized.
That is a purity seal. Because our purity must be sealed, clearly. But,
Shoot and smash those. There we go. Crush the Space Marines. Takes more than
there we go. Just accept your death, orcs. Just accept your death.
out, boys. Smash the.
Let's back up. Those things are dangerous. There we go.
Kill 'em all. Kill the Space Marines. Takes more than that to kill an orc.
Honestly, these are very accurate orcs. 9 times out of 10, the gun orcs don't really care about hitting things. They just care about loud noises and explosions, which, to be fair, the orc guns do. Anyways, this is a bolter. Bolter basically is a RPG that goes burr. 30 round mag in this, usually it's about 20 that you usually find among bolter weapons, but that's only the handheld. Heavy bolters have a belt fed mag, so you know, however the hell many you can fit on a belt is how many rounds you got. And basically, it works really well for no other reason than
Captain Titus.
Well met, brothers.
it's an RPG round that is mass reactive, so if it hits you or anything, it goes off.
I've had enough
Plus-
of tunnels. Let's get out of here and find the Inquisitor before the orcs
Okay.
do.
So basically, the Space Marines have under their armor have something called a black carapace that allows them to interface with their armor and their gun.
Cut 'em to bits!
So basically, they can control if it's a mass reactive round or if it's got a delayed fuse, meaning once it's fired, it goes off after, let's say, 30 seconds. Either way, they can hit you with ease. Now, this isn't showing the actual skill of a Space Marine what I'm doing. A Space Marine wouldn't waste time. Ow. Pull back a little. Need to reload. And can fire each of these rounds with sniper level precision up to a few hundred yards. And that's if they aren't without a helmet, scope, or anything else. If they got those things, then yeah, basically just however far the bolter round can go and if you can notice it in time. And this thing doesn't fire bullets. The bolt round is basically a water bottle sized self-propelled round.
Time to die, humans! Takes more than that to kill an orc!
I want to use you as cover. always more of them.
So much more than that. Spice Marines to kill!
Oh, you're not getting closer? Thought you would press your attack. And yeah, it's basically that. The heavy bolter is basically, instead of a 50 cal, it's a 75 cal. And a bolt round fired by a human, if it's a non-shrunken down bolter, will
At last.
shatter all the bones in your torso. And possibly your legs. Heavy bolters have to be set up on tripods because, yeah, it's a 75 caliber round. It's gonna hurt.
It's tidier than below. But at least we have the sky over our heads again. Our rendezvous point is this way.
Yeah. You know, this is a rather pretty sight, isn't it?
Report to your designated shelters for the duration of the emergency.
What could the orcs hope to gain by slaughtering so many?
Sow terror, demoralize the militia.
Cruel, but effective.
This was no strategy of war. For orcs, this was sport.
He held this hallway by himself. There was respect in that. Think I found your arm, bro. No, you're not missing the arm.
Medical
down
supplies
here.
have been exhausted.
Anyways, outcome of all of this is the Space Marines have a very deadly weaponry to basically anything. Like, honestly, if you were to throw a Space Marine weapon against any human, it would pulp them in a second. Oh, cutscene. Also, just look at the size of these men compared to anybody else. Ah, rooks.
Millions more of them.
Of course.
Our plan is unchanged. Get the Inquisitor and the power source off-world.
That is a rook.
They take over
Basically a
the
meteorite.
We
With
will have
engines
damnable time getting them.
bolted to it.
We are ultramarines. Orcs are not a problem.
If we had a week, perhaps. But by then, the orcs will have worked out how to dismantle the Titans.
The rook is, you know what? Good for you. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. So you two probably took out these two charging at you before getting got. Fair. Good kills. There's an arm. 1, 2, 3, 4. You probably took out this guy. Yeah, no, not bad.
Space Marine recognized. Granting access.
Ooh, this one's a good one. It's a las cannon. Las cannons give 0 fucks. And fuck that dude. In horde mode, they act instant fire, able to snipe you with rockets. It is.
Orc rocket launchers on the high ground.
Now, how a las cannon works is it takes a. So, just to explain, a las gun has 100 or so rounds to it. There we go.
Evacuation
And that is with a power pack that is the size of a modern day, like,
The Xenos
M16 mag, if not smaller, depending on the variant.
Unblooded.
So, you know, you got 100 rounds of laser fire out of that. A las cannon per, like, box size or like PlayStation or computer size power pack in some cases, depending on depiction. Sometimes they're larger, sometimes smaller. Fires one shot. But it drains the entire battery, and it's capable,
unacceptable.
pretty easily so, mind you,
Fear,
of
training.
just destroying a tank. And this is where we're talking about inches of armor. Not millimeters, but inches of armor per tank. And this is assuming it's the flat side, not including like slant armor math and all that. I'll accept that. How many rounds do I have in my full mag? Hell yeah. And basically, it is used by Space Marines in some cases, 9 times out of 10 though, as anti-vehicle. In some cases it is utilized as a sniper weapon, like in this game. Now, this seems a bit much to use on aggression, but eh. Outcome of it all, very powerful one-shot weapon, typically, that takes a good bit of time to recharge if you're a guardsman, having to change out the battery and all that. But overall, very effective weapon at range. And it's got a good, like, half a kilometer range to it. Which, speaking about a heat-based weapon, is actually insanely good and should not be discounted. Any other knobs? They're the real ones I'm going after. I can handle the rest easily. Hey, you want to be a health pack? Thanks for the volunteering.
Humans to kill. Come again, More rock.
But, oh, here comes one. Yeah, that's basically it. It's a meteor.
Space Marines to kill.
2 for 1.
Smash those Space Marines. Kill them all. Smash those Space Marines.
There we go. I was hoping to use one as a med kit. I actually do like that you have to be aggressive to heal in this game. Not many actually pull that off well. Doom does, but to be fair, the entire point of Doom is to get into that, go into the nit and gritty of it all. Let's see what else to talk about. Oh, I'll talk about basically what Space Marine is. So, it's a human. Usually picked out around the age of 8 to 9, maybe 10 years old. Taken away from their families. But usually it's a volunteer thing where they choose to go through these trials. Put through a trial where there's a high chance of death. And when I say a high chance, I mean you got like a good 30-40% chance of just dying from it. And then, well, you got to survive. Then you got to survive your scout training. And you'll eventually be implanted with the gene seed, which it sounds like it's a single thing, but it's not. The gene seed is a good 12 to 13 different things that are implanted into your body. I'm just gonna use the bolter right now to let him get a bit closer because I need to help out. I should have dodged.
Never forgive.
That was on me. But basically, they are human, but more so. And everything about them, despite what a lot of people tend to say, is not above humanity. It is an exaggeration of us. So, as humans can feel greedy, Space Marines can, but in a more exaggerated way. They can feel pride, but in a stronger way. They can feel any emotion humans can. But when they do, it's exaggerated to a huge degree.
Space Marines, kill 'em!
Let's do our little duel. I want my axe back. Give it here. Now, why I'm being so careful here is, honestly, as I stated before, I am not afraid of the gunners. The rocket troopers and the knobs are the actual danger to me in this situation. So the less time I can be shot at by them, or the reduced number that I can be, the better. Because Space Marines, they're tough, but they aren't invincible. A guardsman, theoretically, can kill a Space Marine.
Greenskins in.
Keyword theoretical. Fun. I need to get over there.
Takes more than that to kill an orc.
My eyes don't deceive me. I see something nice. I haven't actually gotten yet. It's a surface goal. Basically, I'll explain these actually. It's a good opportunity. These are a human skull that have been placed in with anti-grav and whatever their purpose is. They only usually have a single purpose. Sometimes speakers, sometimes recordings. Sometimes they just don't do anything but float there and look pretty for people. That's it. And this is a type of servitor which just takes human bodies and makes them into basically machines and computers. Now, there's a simple reason why they just don't build a computer. They find it easier, and they are so skilled at this that it actually is easier for them to do this via using the human body. Their knowledge of the human body is that extreme. But at the same time, they lack any sort of empathy for these. They're usually criminals of some variant or cloned humans, which, if you're cloned, you're not actually seen as human. You're seen as an object. Should have grabbed the last cannon. And that's why people don't clone. It's also seen as not being human anymore if you are cloned. And because of that, they use clones for servitors all the time to keep up with demand. Now, there are all kinds of servitors. Some of them only produce coffee, like a coffee machine. Some of them exist only to open a door. They all have a different purpose, but it exists there. And honestly, it is simply sad for their existence. I mean, if it's the vat-grown one, they don't know any difference, so they might get used to it. They might be insane. If it's not, they do a mind wipe that is not exactly, perfect. And by that I mean, no, there's a cutscene coming up, obviously, so I'm just gonna wait a second to finish this thought. And basically what that translates to is, you could be trapped in your own, if you become a servitor, you could be trapped in your own mind for possibly centuries, as your body can be made to live that long. And basically try screaming but be unable to, as well, everything unnecessary to the process that they want you to do is taken away from you. It's not that you're no longer it's not that you're no longer human, it's that you are still human, but enslaved to a machine that's attached to you. I'll discuss the Inquisition next after this.
Inquisitor Drogon, we need to get you off planet before we're overrun by orcs.
You were exposed to the unshielded power source. In the generator room, I saw it. You held raw energy from the warp. How are you still alive? The power source conducts warp energies.
The stuff of chaos. Heresy.
My work against the Xenos has the Imperium's blessing.
Can your blessed work help us against the orcs?
My research is of the utmost secrecy. The Imperium forbids its use without sanction.
Consider that your Imperial sanction.
Very well. The power source fuels an experimental weapon at my research facility. The Psychic Scourge. It could destroy the orcs.
You didn't think to bring up this Scourge weapon before.
The Psychic Scourge has never been test-fired, Sergeant. If it malfunctions, it could crack this planet in half.
We're out of options. We fire the weapon and take our chances.
So, two things. Inquisition.
Psychic Scourge is at the Calcus facility.
Where are you? Don't
My
trust them.
research laboratories. It is a fair distance. We will need transportation.
No,
We aren't far from the plaza where Lieutenant
they
Neal is.
have a
Imperial Guard rally point.
They will have
infinite
Valkyries.
power,
We
basically,
can fly to the research facility.
in the
Let's
Imperium.
find this Imperial Guard outpost.
I would know. I am one of them. Though, I'm one of a very few unique abhuman variants. And, by the way, you're dealing with Inquisitor Lord here, so know your place. But most of them are a bit insane with power. So one very good reason not to trust. Second reason is, well, they know the horrors of the galaxy and know the story behind it. They know what they're fighting against, and that is literally an unwinnable war, and will do everything they can to buy another day.
If you are injured, return to your quarters. The machine
Even if
will
it kills off an entire planet of people, a few million, a few trillion, that's nothing to an Inquisitor. That's nothing to the Imperium in general. They have planets with tens of trillions, if not more, people on it.
Through to supply post 6 or 8.
Which, yeah, it's insane. Let's go help our guard quickly. They need it. The Iggy's are to be protected above all else.
And we shall know no fear.
Rocket troopers are annoying. Anyways, overall, the Inquisition is just not a very trustworthy organization because they just are scathed and zealots. Honestly, the rest of the Imperium are zealots too, don't forget that fact, but they make the zealots among the Imperium in some cases, or amongst the normal Imperials, look fucking calm and normal. How did you hit me?
So,
I dodged you. Fair enough. Maybe if I got that bloody plasma gun, I would be happy, but no, I don't get nice things. Back up.
Inquisitor Drogon's alive. I can't believe we survived that.
Inquisitor, your wound is slowing us down.
I can manage.
Brothers, take him to the Valkyries. I will draw the orcs off and meet you there.
Give the power source to the sergeant then,
Fair.
Captain.
No, Drogo. The orc chieftain wanted the power source. When his orcs see I possess it, not you, they will follow me. Move out.
Which route to the
Can I take this,
Bastion Primus
please?
is that way.
No. Fine.
All Orc-held territory.
Keep it then. I wanted the big plasma gun, but whatever. Can I get a jump pack? That would be nice.
Evacuation centers.
Ooh, yes. I like. And Thunderhammer? Hell. You can't use as much with the Thunderhammer. But I don't need to.
Now to knock over some orc nests.
This hunk of steel has an energy field like the power axe, but instead of using it to cut, it explodes the energy field upon making contact with something, creating both a thunderous sound and hitting like a fucking tank. Not a truck. A truck is weaker than this thing's smack. But it's called a thunder hammer for a reason. Those who wield it bring the thunder down. And it's so heavy, a knob has no real chance against it. And hell, a human picking this up would throw out all their bones and dislocate their entire back. Without question. A human cannot pick this up. I, as a
Whatever
dragon,
you're doing, Captain, keep
can't.
at it. The greenskins are swarming your way, leaving our path open.
But that's because I'm different. He is my target. He is the important. This is a weird boy. There you are. Give me your staff. Eat it. By the way, how the weird books work basically, if a weird boy dies and it's filled with psychic energy, which how the orbs work is they create psychic energy naturally. All the built-up psychic energy that they collected from their brethren goes to their brethren. Meaning, if you kill a weird boy, it will kill the orcs around it, just because of the psychic backlash. Meaning, if you want to target a weird boy, it is a great opportunity. But then you have to kill a weird boy, which, have fun with that. They are bullshit, because if they believe they have the power to call for Gork's foot, it will stomp you in that moment. Because, honestly, whatever they believe they're capable of, if they have enough psychic pull at that moment, they are capable of it. I see something.
Encrypt recording. Authorization Drogon, Inquisitor Ordo Xenos. I have arrived on Graia to begin my research. This work could change the course of history. I would be a fool to leave no record. The Imperium must not forget the good I have done. But history makes my death. Here I will speak the truth that could damn me.
What took you so long?
I saw them. The orcs are in the loading bays. Help me drag this over.
Why aren't you blocking the door? This room isn't safe enough. We have to go, Caleb.
Workers, evacuate. Xenos detected. Your safety is not guaranteed.
You say that, and yet you're just falling to your knees before me. Hi. Are you sure it's my time?
My lord, we owe you our lives.
I am an instrument of the Emperor's will, Trooper. Now indicate to me the nearest concentration of orcs.
Aye, my lord. Master's Plaza is just past this hab complex. It is swarming with the beasts.
Not for long.
To be fair, they're going to be trapped in there with me. It's not the other way around. Now, generally, a Space Marine is improved, is better than a orc in a one-on-one. Generally. There's nothing guaranteed about fighting an orc. Hey. Damn. Curb stomped onto a railing. Now you may ask why I'm not using anything else, and the main reason is this is the most effective approach, honestly. Screw you. Eat your own staff. Basically, to explain the Orca's staff, it's literally a pole covered in copper wire because it actually helps them balance out their magic. Or their psychic abilities. Magic, psychic stuff, same nonsense. And here, oh, I have the Thunder Hammer at least.
This is Primus Command. Orcs inside the perimeter. Move to secondary defense positions and hold the line.
Looks like they're having fun.
Welcome to Bastion Primus, Captain. Sergeant Sedonis briefed me about the Inquisitor and his doomsday weapon. He said you require air transport to the Calcis facility.
Your Valkyries are the fastest way to reach it, and we have no time to spare.
Your men are already on board their Valkyrie, and the squadron's ready for liftoff. We'll get you to Calcis with all speed. It's time the Imperial Guard brought the fight to the Orcs.
This is the preferred Imperial Guard way, to make a fortified location and then just let you come to them. Because it turns out humans fight better when we have a hard piece of metal between us and the enemy. Or stone. Literally anything. Hell yes. Give me the big gun. Actually do make an epic scene here. Into the engine. Do have to say, that is just an epic fucking entrance.
Come in, Lieutenant. Valkyrie 2 is down. I require immediate transport.
We're on approach, Captain.
There we go. Ah, I can just punch Krot. Neat.
Space Marines to kill.
There we go. Now they at least know their place.
Valkyrie on approach.
What is the Inquisitor's status?
The remainder of the squadron has escorted his craft to the outskirts of the Calkis facility.
Very good.
Thank you. Valkyrie, basically it's a gunship
Farewell, Captain.
that's mainly focused on
Those damned
transport and
Occupiers must be too
versatility.
many good men and too many gunships. We'll be hard pressed to defend the outpost.
Thank you. And good luck, Lieutenant.
Now let's see what we got here. I like the axe
is it?
better.
The device is secure.
Waiting for then. Further delay is intolerable.
Bitch, I'm in charge of you.
Yes. Come. There's no time to waste.
I think there's something wrong with him. Personally. So got a bit more time on the schedule that I can use. I'm going to talk about orcs now, I guess, because why not? Orcs basically are angry fungus men. I'm not even joking, that's basically all they are. Pretty much as a simple explanation, they come from spores that an orc breathes that creates a mushroom that then produces an orc. As long as the mushroom does not enter the sunlight, because, turns out, sunlight is deadly to the mushroom for whatever reason. So, caves with some kind of loose rock or soil, areas that are just constantly shaded but not, you know, covered, will produce orcs. And
Dispatch them quickly. We must
the
hurry.
Gretchen is a type of greenskin. Keyword, type, because the orc spores actually produce a lot of different things. They can produce the normal fungus, they can produce a squig, they can produce a Gretchen, and then finally orcs.
Space Marines! Get those sites more than that!
I'm just gonna let... Really? You're not gonna keep stabbing him? Why not? Am I just that pretty to you? If so, stop it. But they are angry all the time, and the problem with the orcs is their society functions on, if I can punch you in the face and you can't do anything about it, I'm in charge. Which means they don't really have a society. It is just a punching circle. Or a ladder, should I say. Because you can only punch down. You can't really punch up too easily. That's what you get for, you know, shooting me in the face with a rocket. Too bad he never wears his damn helmets. It doesn't make you look cooler. It just makes it so you die easier. Plus, there's literally no reason not to.
Can we get around the bulk of these orcs?
Yes, perhaps. My research produces a minimal waste, so the facility's sluiceways should be accessible.
Lead the way.
Yeah, that makes sense. You may be asking how I can be sure that makes sense. Is the orcs are just firing at something because it's fun? That's all you need to know. There are so many rooks here. I need a health heal, so thank you. Honestly, I can't wait for the Space Marine 2 game to come out. Barely felt that? Okay. Honestly, I just felt like doing that. plasma round exploding in your crotch sounds awful. In fact, a plasma round to the crotch in general sounds awful. Now I think about it.
Space Marines! What's that gonna smash those space Marines? Captain, my servitors were destroyed in the initial attack. I may need your help to activate the psychic scourge.
How large is the weapon?
The firing mechanism is at my research lab, but the energy pulse itself travels along conduits from the lab to the orbital spire. There. We will proceed through that.
We're about to get rushed. I'm not going to take the Thunder Hammer, as it is not as good without the jetpack, in my personal opinion.
I need time to override the lock, Captain.
Understood, Inquisitor.
Looks like you don't have much time, Inquisitor. You might want to start moving. There we go. Open the fucking door, Inquisitor. I'm not asking.
To the attack!
Master Chief could theoretically hold out. Keyword there was theoretically, though. I have no guarantee of any character's survival, including my own right now. Ugh, that was close. But, I think Master Chief, if given time, could survive.
Aspire to be a ground-to-space transport.
It is. With a few modifications, it also makes an ideal firing tower. The energy pulse should not damage the spire.
You do not sound confident.
Improvisation and experimentation go hand in hand.
You're kind of right on that, but basically, honestly, I don't know. If we're going to talk about just orc fighting, then Master Chief or the Doomslayer could probably do well. If we're going to talk about everything else, honestly, it's hard to tell because it really depends on what you're going up against. And honestly, most games probably couldn't handle this. I mean, if we take like Call of Duty, no. I'm sorry, but soaps, bullets aren't gonna do dick really to these things. I mean, it takes 4 rounds. Sorry, I was a little bit distracted in those moments. Master Chief could probably survive if a few conditions are met. Number one, he gets a good armor upgrade. Number two, he stops using the human or Covenant weapons and just uses like a heavy gun or grenade launcher the entire time. Then he might survive. And that's a pretty big might, because generally, I'm just gonna say this, Master Chief is lucky and skilled. But I honestly don't believe that he could take on a Space Marine, and Space Marines are kind of generally boogeymen of the 40k world when it comes to the enemies of mankind. Yeah, I need a heal. I said I need to heal. Why the gasp? I did. Looks like we got another servo skull. Hi there.
We're all going to die out here!
You are an Imperial Guardsman. Start acting like one.
But, Lieutenant!
We're not dead yet, so do your bloody job and defend the line before they...
Fair. Anything down here for me? Nope. Okay. There we go. Those were Gretchen, basically goblins. They have rather large noses. And they use that as a way to tell who is the top among them.
These pipes lead into the facility's sub-basements.
And here is our entrance.
Huh. But overall, as I was saying before that, the other characters couldn't really handle this universe, mainly because the power scaling is so variable.
Oh yes, just a few defenses.
What comprises a few, Inquisitor?
Servo turrets, mostly.
Set to eliminate orcs?
Set to eliminate anything with the misfortune to move within their range.
Fair enough.
Lockdown in effect.
Huh. I would say no to that for one very simple reason.
Sentry guns ahead.
The barbarian couldn't handle the ranged part of it, is what I feel. If we're gonna talk about general toughness, no, he might, if we assume Diablo rules apply, be able to handle the orcs in melee. I will admit that. But the orcs fight in more than just melee. Now, do they prefer melee? Without a doubt. But
no way to move quickly with these guns everywhere.
Not really many could.
I can do that for the central security room.
Then that is where we are headed.
Though, I feel like the barbarian could be turned into a space marine, and then he would be actually rather horrifying as an assault. Well, what I mean is the barbarian's main strength is he's tanky and has a lot of ability to shoot. Ow. How rude of you. My goal's over there. Can you bastards pull your weight? Well, the barbarian, if I remember correctly, had an ability that could pull enemies towards him, but didn't really have many good ranged options. Like, he could throw a weapon, but even then, that only went maybe 30 to 40 feet at most. Which, he's gonna need a good bit more distance to handle 40k distances. Because some of this fighting, while it's rather close in this, can happen over, well, further. I mean, the AI can be helpful because on occasion the orcs will attack them instead of me. But generally, I have to do most of the legwork. And on occasion, they'll kill something. Now, I have seen more Imperial Guardsmen kill orcs at this point than these fuckers here. Especially this dude. Fuck this dude! You know what? To emphasize the point. That's how I feel about him. Is he honestly just needs to get shot.
Ultramarines, the logic engine thinks we are escaped Xenos specimens. There is a control panel in the side room.
There's an orc there.
And I can shut it down.
There's a pair of orcs there. I see a head. Honestly, the AI isn't very helpful in this at all. I could probably not have them here and be doing just as well.
The exit will open shortly, Captain. However, I'm afraid the servo turrets beyond this room remain prime.
Sounds like you're just trying to get me killed at this point.
What is kept in these containers?
Specimens needed for my research.
Specimens, cages, operating theaters. This place reeks of Xenos and filth.
That is the business of the Inquisition, Ultramarine.
Well, to be fair, You're right, it is the business of the Inquisition, and as I am a Lord Inquisitor, I can tell you what to fucking do. Ah. Mechanicus symbol. What is this?
Space Marine recognized.
Modified adamantium core Kraken ammunition, does heavy damage to enemy armor, can pierce cover. Hell yeah. I am not upset about that. Basically just a better standard weapon.
Firing core is still active. Excellent.
If this is the firing core, Inquisitor, does it discharge through the whole facility?
No, not precisely. The core actually raises to the rooftop of the facility. That is where the rest of the firing array is located.
Let's go. Inquisitor, I'm honestly tired of your nonsense. Can you please just turn off the defenses? I can handle the fucking orcs. Yeah, probably. It would take some time. I mean, they turn 10-year-olds from feral tribal worlds into Space Marines. I'm fairly certain that it is possible to turn a Gen Z into a Space Marine if you got them early enough. It's more of a question of when you get to them. Because, I can't be turned into a Space Marine with any real chance of success at this point. Because I'm too old. And it's not an indoctrination or anything like that. It's just a simple fact that, after a certain age, it just doesn't work well. Bloody turrets.
Never forgive.
Okay, get your ass up. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna approach this far less brazenly right now. There we go. Let's look around for a second, see if there's anything I might be able to pick up that's useful. Maybe some ammo would be nice. Well, I guess I got what I wanted. Yeah, kinda. Not really. Basically, the general rule of thumb is for a Space Marine to be effectively transformed, you need to start doing the implantation at around the age of, like, maybe 12 to 13.
Xenos detected.
Meaning that past that age, you couldn't. So, Gen Z could be transformed. It's just a question of whether or not they'd survive the transportation, because even of those selected, it's a over 60% chance of you not surviving the process. Period. Not that you're weak, not that you're strong, just you're not going to survive likely. I mean, it's rough. You don't want to become a Space Marine. No one should in our world, because it just plainly sucks. You are a mass murdering sociopath that was created because you need to have someone like that to keep fighting. That's it. You aren't an individual anymore once you become a Space Marine. You are a tool of the Imperium to slay its enemies. That's all. Yes, actually, there are Chaos Space Marines. That is with the corruption. You can fall to Chaos. They are able to have egos. They don't care about human lives in general. They care about humanity as a whole. They will gladly sacrifice 10,000 civilians just for a slightly better position in a single battle.
There. The command room is beyond those doors.
And those sentries.
They are not the heroes that we would want. They are a necessary thing for the survival of the Imperium. And as you can tell, you don't want to live in the Imperium. All this is standard for a Forge world. Now, there are some worlds that are actually idyllic, called Paradise Worlds. They are few and far between, though. And typically they're a resort where the super rich of this, where they own entire fucking planets, get to actually live okay. Otherwise, you're going to be stuffed into rooms like sardines, have no privacy, and if you do not agree, ooh nice, with what is determined by the Church of the Emperor, you will be killed. It's not a question of if, it's just a simple statement
All
of
the
you
security
will.
measures will be down shortly, Captain. I'm afraid they were the only thing keeping the orcs outside, however.
But you will be able to fire.
Indeed.
We had better do so quickly. This place will be awash with orcs before long.
Of course. Security systems disabled.
Authorization recognized. Releasing
Heat shotgun
safeguard.
at the ready.
Please proceed to the generator room.
Ah.
Come the orcs.
There we go.
Place the canister into his cradle inside the power core, Captain.
Do we risk exposure again?
Only if you drop the canister.
Honestly, it is just a worse situation if you were to be in the 40k universe. Now, you might say it sounds no different from real life,
Good, Captain.
but there is a massive difference.
Your time carrying my power source is finally at an end.
Stand clear. Psychic
Is
scourge
it just me, or
firing
does he
sequence
sound
commencing.
evil?
Alarm. Structural damage. Warning. Emergency containment rights commencing.
Damnable thing!
What do you need me to do, Inquisitor?
You'll need to manually restart the array alignment. Forcibly, if you must.
Where?
In the firing chamber! Board the lift, Ultramarines!
Okay. But honestly, you say it's not different from real life, but it is. You would be burned alive for not worshipping correctly. You would be killed
Captain,
on the
you
spot.
must hurry. The downed orcs have cut the main conduits to the firing tower. You must reconnect the conduits, Captain, or we're facing an overload that will rip this planet apart.
Understood.
Can this move any faster?
The chamber is infested.
Clear it out. No mercy. Spice Marines! Kill 'em!
One.
Psychic surge firing sequence commencing.
Inquisitor, the conduits are reconnected.
Now, proceed to the main control panel.
Weapons authorization confirmed. Primary containment fixture disengaging. Firing sequence in progress. Firing now. Alarm.
Look at the spire.
I've been looking for you, Space Marine.
Honestly,
You've got
here's the
something
thing.
of
It's
mine.
not soldiers that they are willing to sacrifice. They were more than happy to keep guardsmen alive in general. Specifically guardsmen. aka soldiers. But they will sacrifice civilians. Soldiers will be sacrificed. Guardsmen are worth less than a space marine, but civilians are worth less than guardsmen to these guys.
Why didn't it work?
Damn that Drogon! Never trust the Inquisition!
Very true.
Stand fast, Ultramarines. We can handle a few orcs. Space Marine! Was that supposed to hurt?
Demons.
How is this possible?
You got new friends now, Space Marine!
And this is a corrupt.
Inquisitor! Get back!
Fair enough.
Drogon!
I see it as no war needs to sacrifice lives to those who have no part in it.
Traitor.
I see. My servant did all that I hoped and more. But he would never have succeeded without you, Captain Titus. Thanks to these brave space marines, we have broken through to this reality. The blessed gateway. Clever fool. You seem surprisingly able to resist my touch, Titus of the Ultramarines.
It's because it's warp fuckery.
That of the war, which impressed my servant to me. Ah, you think the Inquisitor a traitor, but Drogon has been dead since before you first met. You have been used by my puppet of flesh and bone.
I love the orcs.
Easy to kill.
I'll go a little bit longer.
We need an exit.
To the lift!
Come on, demon. Give me that tongue. And this is what it looks like fighting chaos. Literal demons popping out of fucking nowhere. If you die by one of those blades, by the way, your soul will be eaten by a demon. So don't get stabbed.
Did that fiend speak truth? Did we cause a chaos invasion?
Yes.
Of course we did. His Inquisitor puppet manipulated us from the moment we met.
And before. The false Inquisitor sent the distress call.
I don't think so, Leandros. The man's urgency, his fear. I believe that was the real Drogon, facing certain death.
And it found him.
But not at the Orcs' hands. Somehow the agents of chaos were already here.
And here is where you kill them all.
Keep moving!
These specifically are bloodletters of corn. Basically, blood for the blood god. Skulls for the skull god. Thanks. I'm almost done. I just want to get to the next checkpoint and then I'm calling it. Oh, there we go. Well, I'm calling it here. Thank you for showing up. I will be continuing next week at around the same time, and I hope to catch you all then. Thank you, and have a good night.